Welcome back to the Crypto World channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now the price of Ethereum is entering a deciding moment because we're currently holding the line, but we're also testing a very important level of resistance. On top of that, we have declining volume showing that a very volatile move is coming soon. And we also have some brand new patterns and price targets forming on the Ethereum chart right now. So I'll be revealing all of that and more later in the video. Definitely make sure you're sticking around all the way to the end of this video so that you're not missing out on any of that important information. And just before we jump into it, make sure you're dropping a like on the video down below and make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on so that you're not missing out on any of these future updates every single day. But anyway, with all of that out of the way, let's get straight into what this video is about. So right here, we're on the Ethereum to US dollar chart on the 4-hour time frame. And as I mentioned in the intro of this video, Ethereum has been holding the line recently, which is of course great to see for the bulls out there. When I was filming yesterday's Ethereum update video, I'll let you know that Ethereum was in the middle of testing this important level of support, which means Ethereum is still in this very clear uptrend, as you can see. And right now, this trend line is coming in at around $4,070 US. And of course, we have this horizontal line of support coming in at just underneath $4,000 US. And just bringing out the VP VR indicator, what we can see is right now, Ethereum is battling this huge range of volume, which really starts to drop off at around 4.2K. So if Ethereum can see a strong break above 4.2K, then in that range just there between 4.2K and the all-time high, which is at 4.4K approximately, there's actually not too much volume traded in that range. So that is when things can get pretty volatile to the upside if we can finally break above that 4.2K level of resistance. But if that resistance continues to hold the price of Ethereum down, and if we see another rejection to the downside, then the volume really starts dropping off below around $4,000 US all the way down towards around 3.9K is where the next volume cluster starts coming into play. So these are the levels of supports to the downside that I'm currently looking at for Ethereum and the potential point of resistance that we are currently battling. And when we're looking in the regular volume indicator, pretty much for the past 1 week almost, the volume for Ethereum has been constantly declining, which means that a very volatile move is coming soon. Now, the volume itself doesn't tell us the direction of that volatile move. That's where we need to use some other patterns and indicators that are forming right now on the chart. And the first thing that could possibly tell us the direction of that volatile move is simply the trend for Ethereum, because when we're in an uptrend, it's simply more likely for us to see a move to the upside than it is for us to see a move to the downside. It only becomes more likely for us to see a volatile move to the downside after we break some significant support on the chart, which right now, at least at the time of filming this video, Ethereum has not done that. But when you're zooming into the 2-hour time frame for Ethereum and taking a look at this pattern that is currently forming, as you can see, we've just formed an inverse head and shoulders pattern, and we're now just waiting on a break above the neckline. So we've already seen the left shoulder, the head, and the right shoulder, and currently the neckline is coming in at around 4,170 approximately. But once again, I'll basically call that the 4.2K level of resistance because we also got that wick up towards around 4.2K. So that is the level of resistance in the immediate short term that Ethereum needs to break above before we can have another bullish move to the upside. And with this being a bullish pattern, it does give us a technical price target to the upside, which is coming in at around $4,430 US approximately, which from the point of the breakout is around a 6.5% gain for Ethereum. And that would actually put us into a brand new all-time high if that plays out. But keep in mind, these higher price targets only come into play after we break above this initial point of resistance with confirmation. And of course, the confirmation that we would need to see is some sort of spike or surge in volume, because if we remain in very low volume with just a quick wick above the resistance, then that isn't exactly the breakout that we'll be looking for. So it'll definitely be important to keep an eye on the volume. And on top of that bullish inverse head and shoulders pattern that's currently forming on the 2-hour time frame, we've also got this bullish ascending triangle pattern. We've already had 3 touch points along this line of resistance and 3 touch points along this line of support. So that tells us that this pattern is currently forming, but of course we need to see a breakout either above resistance or below support before we can look at the technical price targets. And the technical price target to the upside is pretty much around the same price target as that inverse head and shoulders pattern, once again coming in at around 4,430. But if we see a break below support, which by the way, the resistance is using the same point of resistance as the neckline for that inverse head and shoulders pattern, but the support is coming in at around $4,050 US, but obviously it is an ascending line of support. So if we take a little bit longer to get towards that level, then it would be coming in at a higher value. But right now, if we see a break below that line of support, that is setting up a technical price target to the downside coming in at around 3.8K approximately, which is very interesting because once again, that is where the next major cluster of volume is coming in at that exact price target. But I did mention that an ascending triangle pattern is technically a bullish pattern, and that is true. But for the beginners out there, keep in mind a bullish pattern, it's still not impossible for us to break to the downside. It's just more likely for us to see a breakout to the upside. So for example, around 7 times out of 10, this type of pattern breaks to the upside, and around 3 times out of 10, this pattern breaks to the downside. And on top of those two bullish patterns on the Ethereum 2-hour time frame, when we're now zooming out to the 4-hour time frame for Ethereum, what we can see is obviously this previous inverse head and shoulders pattern that has obviously already formed, and we've already seen a confirmed breakout to the upside, but we're still technically playing out the price target, which by the way, the price target is coming in at around 4.7k. So we're at approximately the halfway point between the point of the breakout and the price target. And on top of those 3 bullish patterns, we've got a 4th bullish pattern when we're zooming out to the daily time frame, which is of course this cup and handle pattern, which has already formed, and we've already seen a breakout to the upside with 1 successful retest. And for as long as we can hold the breakout line for this cup and handle pattern, which is coming in at just beneath 3.9k, then the technical price target is still in play for this pattern. And by the way, the technical price target for this pattern is coming in at around 6.2k, which from the current price of Ethereum is still another 50% gain to the upside. So basically, no matter what happens in the short term for Ethereum, even if we dump down towards 3.9k, basically for as long as we're holding those sort of levels at around 3.9k, we're still looking really good here on the daily time frame, on the big picture. And just zooming back into the 4-hour time frame for Ethereum and taking a look at the price oscillators, what we can see right now is the RSI has been bottoming out at this exact line of support, which is the same line of support that Ethereum has previously used in these other short-term cool-offs, in these other pullbacks to the downside. And taking a look at those points in time as well, what we can see at that stage is the fact that the MACD was in a short-term downtrend leading into those bottoms in the RSI. In fact, both of these times we saw almost the exact same thing, and then the moment the MACD started to flip bullish again, that was basically the confirmation that we needed to set up the next bullish move in the price. And obviously both of these previous short-term call-offs came straight into this exact line of support. And so if you're simply looking at the present day, we're almost seeing the exact same signs as what we saw the last 2 times here, just before Ethereum was getting ready for its next push to the upside. But when it comes to Ethereum versus Bitcoin, right now on the 4-hour time frame, we're currently in a deciding moment, because if Ethereum versus Bitcoin can get a bounce here, then that would be the successful retest that we'll need to confirm this major breakout to the upside. But of course, if we break back below this level, then this price action to the upside that we just saw recently was basically one giant fake out, and we're due for more bearish price action if we cannot hold this level. So that is why I'm saying that this is a deciding moment for Ethereum valued against Bitcoin, at least in the shorter term. And by the way, this line that Ethereum currently needs to hold above is coming in at around 0.0655 Bitcoin per Ethereum. And if you got something valuable out of this video or simply enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, you might as well subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. It's completely for free to subscribe, and it seriously helps out the channel so much, and honestly, I appreciate all of your support. And don't forget, for those of you that haven't followed me over on Twitter already, I post these updates throughout the day in real time, so definitely make sure you're doing that for all of this extra free content. And the link to my official Twitter is in the description down below. And just before clicking off this video, for the new viewers on the channel that haven't seen these uploads, definitely make sure you're checking them out if you're serious about making money in crypto, because I've got a video down here showing you how I earn passive income every day in crypto, and I've got another video just up here showing you exactly how I trade crypto. But anyway, that is really everything I have to say for this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.